Well, hey there folks, and welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here, and it's time for another beer review. If you've just found us, like, share, subscribe, share the love. Let people know on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your Twitter. It's the Hop House. We like hoppy beer and good house music. Simple as that. Right, it's time for another beer review. Last one we did was Castle Rock Brewery's Harvest Pale, and I said they're one of my favourite breweries. Absolute favourite breweries. Based in Nottingham, centre of Nottingham. I know, time of filming now, we're in December 2020 and Nottingham are in Tier 3, so a lot of their pubs can't open. Gutting. But you know, when COVID dissipates and we go back to some sort of normality, if you're ever in the centre of Nottingham, check them out. Castle Rock Brewery, just down from the train station. I used to go and meet my mate who was in Mansfield, change trains, happened to stumble across the pub, and it was changing, I guess, in a way. Now, I have mentioned on the channel before how tastes change, and how I've changed my tastes over the years. I got into the more hop forward sort of beers. This beer we're going to review now is my number one on cask. Number one. It's my favourite. Absolutely amazing. However, that's on cask, and like I say, tastes have sort of changed over the years. This is it in a bottle. It's not that long ago that they started bottling it, and I really wish that they had have done, and now they have. So, what am I talking about? I am talking about this bad boy. It is Screech Owl. There's a bottle top. Castle Rock Brewery. It's now a black bottle top, or close to very dark blue / black. Their normal logo is sort of a royal blue with the white writing of Castle Rock Brewery. They've recently rebranded it, hence the old one said Castle Rock Brewery here. So when you pick it up, till you see the bottle cap, you don't know that's Castle Rock Brewery. American IPA is 5.5%. Now they started brewing this. They were doing some limited edition beers. I think 2008. Done my research correctly. I could be wrong. As I've said before on the channel, I'm not a brewing expert. I don't work in the brewing industry. I just like good beer. Yeah, I think 2008 they started doing a series of themed beers to protect the wildlife, and it was to do with a certain local wildlife trust. I think a certain percentage of the pints went to charity, and they brewed this bad boy. Hence Screech Owl. It's an American IPA. It's 5.5%, 500ml bottle, and it proved that popular that it's become part of their core range. So we did the Harvest Pale before. Mentioned they do another one called Elsie Mo, which is a golden beer, bit sweeter, but very nice. But this is their American IPA at 5.5%. Right then, let's go ahead and get it into a glass. Oh, it's a bit smoky there on the opening. I've still got the Purity beer glass, although, sorry, trying to get rid of the dregs of the last one. Last beer I had, it didn't seem to hold the head well, so I hope it works okay. Pour it on in there. Yeah, that's not looking great for the head. Let's tell you what, let's do this. Better. That's better, she says. Much better. Look at that. Look at that. So, it is a clear, see-through, dark golden. I wouldn't say it's quite the traditional IPA colour when we looked at the Hobgoblin IPA t-shirt. It's not as dark as that or some of the traditional IPAs I've had. It's slightly more golden, but it's not as light as the Harvest Pale Blonde that we had in the last one. I'd still consider that to be more golden than darker, sort of traditional pale ale colour. Got a bit of a white head, but it is dissipating. I do think it's this glass, but it's been refrigerated a while. I've had it out of the fridge about 20 minutes. Let's go for it. Let's give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. Ooh, smells like. Smells like really sweet mango. Definitely biscuity, malty smell. In fact, I think I remember when I did last have this on cask, it was like a bittersweet beer. It was well balanced, that's why I really like it. It's got the hop forward character. It's got the sweetness in the background. My mouth's already going, it knows what's coming. Okay, so it's not... Going back to, for example, the Hobgoblin IPA that I had and some of the other sort of Marston's beers, it's not as butterscotchy sweet as that, but there is definitely sweetness there. I wouldn't say I'm getting grapefruit, but I'm getting like a sweeter tropical fruit, like a mango-y sort of pineapple-y smell. Don't know what my hand's doing there. Right then, let's give it a well, stick it down the gullet, so bottoms up everybody down the old hatchet. Oh, you what? You what, you what, you what? Oh. So, oh wow, that is bittersweet. It is, for an IPA, for a sort of American IPA, that is really sweet. That is really sweet. But the hops it's there on the back of the tongue. The hops really counteract it really well. So, you get, I said I smelt the sweetness. Yeah, still definitely smell the sweetness. So, flavour profile. Ooh, it's like a party in my mouth and I wasn't invited. Oh, legal rave. Not a legal rave, legal one. God, don't want to go there. Right, so we have originally the sweetness from the malt, it sort of runs through the middle of the tongue, and then the bitterness runs down the side, and then it lingers at the back of the mouth. That's my boiler firing up in the background if you can hear it. It's December after all. Oh yeah, that's really hoppy, but really moreish. Now, considering this is 5.5%, and I said in the last beer review that Castle Rock Harvest Pale, I could drink a lot of it, I could drink a lot of this. Danger is it's 5.5%, you drink a lot of this, you're in trouble. Get the head back a bit. Definitely making my mouth do that, there you go. For those that like the lacing, tuning in for the lacing. Yeah, that is absolutely cracking. I think I've had it once before in bottle, and I weren't overly impressed with it. But I'm a big believer in, what you drink before affects it, and I can't remember what I had before it, but I think I'd had a fair few by that point, and it didn't do it justice. Having a look on the back of the bottle. Oh, like the last one, it tells you what the hops are. Never used to. That's a recent thing they've added on the back. So, brewed with Centennial and Cascade hops. There you go, 2 of the 5 C's. Harvest Pale had 3 of them though. Just saying. So, first brewed in 2008. Oh, bang on, got it right. Screech Owl has become a firm favourite of Castle Rock's core range of beers. It has the hallmarks of a classic IPA, fresh, bright citrus hops, a full-bodied mouthfeel, and a refreshing but balanced bitterness to finish. I think that's a really good sum up. Now, if you're not keen on, if you really like the really sort of dry, hoppy, bitter, in your face, like dry out your tongue stuff, you're not gonna like this. But if you like If you like a bit of flavour on your palate and you don't mind sweetness and bitter, I'd say get this. I really would say get this. It is cracking. If you ever see it in a pub, when pubs are reopened again, buy a pint of it. It's awesome. It's amazing. I'll be honest with you, like I said, this is my number one on cask. Number one. It has been for a while. I didn't know what I was going to get from this beer review. I really didn't. The reason being is I've had it once in a bottle. Weren't that keen. Didn't buy it again till now. I've got another one under there actually. I've got my my beer stash is sort of under here, under there. Got a big tray of beer. Way too much beer. The missus says I shouldn't buy any more. And yeah, I've got another bottle of that, so I'm looking forward to it. Screech Owl, Castle Rock Brewery. Cheers to Castle Rock Brewery in Nottingham. Thank you very much. Get some, honestly. This was also part of, I did say previously in the other video, and there goes my boiler again. This is part of the 4 for £6 range in Morrison's. It's available in my local Morrison's in Telford and Shropshire. Not sure if it's just a Midlands thing or if it's available nationwide. I know it's not on their website, so it might just be a regional thing. It is available from Castle Rock's website, castlerockbrewery.com, and their own pubs that are doing takeaways. You can go up to the brewery and probably get like a little mini keg of this or a polypin or whatever. If you're in the Nottingham area, do it. Do it. 2 thumbs up from me without a doubt. Doesn't disappoint. Ciao for now, people. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.